Yo, what's good, man? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Inform. You right back on it with another video, man. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I know we do the mad videos all the time, man. But today we talking about some real ball. We talking about that real pigskin. The NFL draft just happened. We gotta talk about it. Those of y'all know me, y'all know in every video I'm rocking this hat. And there's a good reason for that, man. Your boy is a diehard Chiefs fan. So we gotta talk about the real football, man. We gotta talk about this digital draft that just happened. And these young gentlemen, well, over there, let me get my bearings together. These young gentlemen over here that's coming to KC, we're gonna talk about them if I think they was good picks, they was bad picks, or they was alright. Anyway, before we hop into that, you know what you gotta do. Hit that like, sub, notification bell so you don't miss none of these videos we hit. What I always say, I want us to do on for a bandwagon, hop on and get ran over, baby. Alright, let's get into this video. Alright, man, and here we go, man, with our first pick, Mr. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not gonna front act like I knew this was a great pick when we first got it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, coming to the draft, it was one thing that I was concerned for, especially first round wise. It wasn't cornerback. It wasn't cornerback at all. It was linebacker, man. I feel like that was our weakest level of the defense. And I just really ain't been a fan of much of our linebackers the past 3-4 years, honestly. Damian Wilson, I think he is definitely an underrated linebacker. He's the one that I actually do like a lot. Dorian O'Daniel, I love his energy. For whatever reason, he can't ever get on the field. I don't know if it's a playbook issue. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't see why he could beat out Reggie Ragland. You know what I mean? And I'm not the biggest fan of Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the Cowboys, I thought he was legit. I thought he was going to do a lot more than what he's done so far. This year, he did a little bit better, going from a 3-4 to 4-3. I still think, based off especially what we paying him, I think he could be doing a little bit more, but it is what it is. I know they're not moving off of him, especially as much as he costs. He ain't a cap casualty. I thought they would have cut him to get some more cap space. They ain't cut him, so evidently they like him. So that leaves the spot that was vacated by Reggie Ragland. So I was hoping for a linebacker. Now, like I said, hoping for a linebacker, I was really hoping Keith Murray is going to fall. I mean, honestly, I didn't think he was going to make it. But once he slid to like the 23 range, I was like, hold on, wait, this might be happening. We had some guys go that we didn't expect to go. So it was looking like it could have happened. Then, of course, Chargers traded up and snatched him. So I was like, come on. So the next guy I was looking for was Patrick Queen. He's undersized. He's a little bit undersized. I'm not going to lie, for my liking. But I love his passion the way he plays ball. So I was like, okay, maybe we get him. Maybe we get Queen. That didn't happen. The Ravens snatched. So I'm like, okay. At that point, I knew it was going to be running back because I thought the cornerbacks that were still left on the board, I thought they could have been had in the second day. So I didn't think we should go for cornerback at that point. So I was looking for running back. But I ain't going to lie, just like most of y'all, I was more of a fan of Swift. You know what I mean? I thought he did everything that the Chiefs would have wanted him to do. Super elusive, catches the ball at the backfield just like Helaire. But then, of course, Edwards-Helaire popped up. And at first, I'm not going to lie, I was like, what? Who is that? Until I saw the LSU threads. I was like, that guy. Okay, I forgot all about him. So, now that I've looked back on it, man, and this is just not obviously because we got him, I gotta like it. Because if I don't like it, believe me, I'm gonna let you know. But I think this actually was a great pick. I think it definitely was an under the radar pick. I think a lot of guys really didn't remember his name, simply because this year's the first year he really popped on the scene. But when you look back at him, man, the way he plays, and I remember the text, I was texting back and forth with my buddy, and I was like, dude, even looking at the film right when we picked him, I was like, dude, he reminds me, just his body style, the way he moved. He reminded me a lot of Maurice Jones-Drew, dude. A lot of Maurice Jones-Drew. And that's before I realized how great of a pass catcher he was. I remember looking at something that was saying, like, he actually used to play slot receiver in high school. He was on the same high school team as Darius Geis, the running back for Washington Redskins. And his high school teammates, his coach was like, you know what? We want both of y'all on the field, bro. We can't take guys out of the backfield, but we want you on it too. So that's when he said, all right, I go to slot. I play receiver. I play whatever you need me to play. Which is, he explains, he attributes that to his hands being so good. So That in itself, man, is super dope, man. The dude is clearly a selfless guy. And then if you just watch the interviews with this guy, I know that's not why you draft the guy. But after you look at the film, see how versatile he is. Look at that. How quick he is. He probably has the quickest feet to draft. I've never seen a guy move laterally as quick as him. He moves super quick laterally. Now, when you look at his combine stats, a lot of people get over enamored with that. He ran a 4.6. Yeah, he ran a 4.6. But I'm telling you, on the football field, it's completely different. How many times have you saw a guy run a 4.3 and then they get on a football field and for some reason it just don't translate? You know what I mean? He is a football player, man. The dude does everything, man. Blocks, catches, obviously runs tough. He can run away. He's quick. You know what I mean? Has a lot of heart, has grit. And like I said, when you look at his interviews, man, you can't help but to fall in love with the kid, man. He says all the right things, and it don't comes off as like he was coached up to talk this way. He just comes off as a genuine guy, man. And obviously, it don't hurt that Patrick vouched for him. So I get his pick right here. I'm gonna get his pick. Since I'm not gonna lie. Since I didn't go 100% with it, I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm gonna give it an A-. I want to give it an A+, but I'm gonna give it an A-, man, because I wanted Swift, and so I'm gonna give it an A-. Let's go into the number 2 pick. Alrighty, here we go, man. In the second round, we picked up the position I wanted us to get in the first round, man, and we got that linebacker. But I'm be honest, it wasn't the linebacker I thought. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm super hype about this pick. Now, as the second round started rolling around, we already got the running back. You know what I'm saying? It was some cornerbacks still sitting on there. Christian Fulton was still on the board. There's a couple other guys I think we may end up, having a chance to get in the late second round. But I was forgetting about a couple of the linebackers. Now, I personally thought we were going to be looking at Zach Bond, the kid from, is it Wisconsin? I believe he's from Wisconsin. Outside line, super big, athletic kid, great production out of Wisconsin. I thought we might have been looking his way. But I completely forgot about Willie Gay, man. He was one of the guys I remember during the combine that he jumped off. And a matter of fact, I did a combine video where I was talking about the guys that I think helped themselves the most. And he was one of the guys that I can't remember if I put him in there at 5th. I was considering putting him in there because he did so well at the combine. Now, he had some issues. He had some issues with his teammates, or at least one teammate in particular, I think, which ended up causing him to be suspended for like 8 games. He got into a fight with like one of his teammates at Mississippi State, missed a lot of time, obviously causing him to miss a lot of opportunity for production. So he was one of those guys that probably could have potentially been a first rounder if it had not been for that. But the 6 games that he did play, man, he popped off the screen. The thing I like about him, though, like I said, another one of those guys that from all his coaches and, that have talked about him, say he's one of those guys that eats, lives, sleeps football. You know what I'm saying? Super fast, and I'm running like a 4.4 at the combine at 240-some pounds. So he's not like one of these slight tweener linebackers with this high speed. He's almost 250 running a 4.4. He runs all over the place. Now, what I think is going to end up happening, listening to how you want to call me or how you can call me, you know what I mean, Chiefs linebackers coach, he said that his versatility is one of the things that kind of got the hype about him. Now, they said they were looking at him as being a potential Will or Sam backer. So obviously that lets us know again they're pretty comfortable with Hitchens being a middle linebacker going forward. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? I'm not too mad at it. Like I said, he played a little bit better. But I'm imagining it's going to be Wilson. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to be Wilson because I like him a lot. I like his intensity. And then Gay on the other side. I just really wonder what's going on with Dorian O'Daniel, man. Every time he gets on the field, he pops. He just looks like an energy guy. He flies around the field. I just wonder what's holding him back. You know what I mean? What is it about his, progression that's being halted? I don't know. 'Cause every time he's on special teams, anything like that, he looks like he's flying around. But I don't know. But I am hype about this kid right here, man. I think somebody like Honey Badger is going to be able to get the most out of him. A kid that's already super passionate, super athletic, super fast. And you get somebody like some leaders on the field, like Honey Badger, Chris Jones, Frank Clark, the guys that got the attitude and plenty to give to get in his ear. I think the potential is limitless for this kid right here. And I can't wait to see what he do in the Chiefs uniform. I give this pick a B. I give this pick a B. Don't want to give it an A, you know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like it's a lot of unknowns still, you know what I mean? But I will give this a strong B just because I love his potential and we don't have to worry about getting passion into him. I take a kid with a ton of passion that's raw over a kid that's super polished and just don't really, you know what I'm saying? It just don't seem like they got that much invested into the game. All right, man, and here we go, man, with the third round pick, man. We addressed the trenches, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy about that. This is one of the other positions that I really wasn't initially looking for in the first round, but if the linebackers were gone and all the top DBs were gone, I wouldn't have been mad if we went with the best available offensive lineman in the first round. That didn't happen. I thought the best guy was the center from Michigan. I forget his name. He ended up getting snatched up. So at that point, I was like, whatever. But when you got somebody like Patrick Mahomes in the backfield, man, you can never be faulted for taking somebody and protect him every year. You know what I'm saying? That's something I think going forward they probably should be doing like in the first 3 rounds every year, man. When you got somebody like him, you got to keep him upright. Now, I think this guy, man, from everybody was talking to him, I think this guy, man, has a ton of potential to be a starter at tackle. I don't think that's where he's going to start for us. I think they're going to try to get him to transition interior for a couple of years until they get him polished up. They were saying something about he had something with his hips that he needs to kind of work out a little bit. But the dude is very strong physical at the point of attack, good feet. Pretty athletic for a big guy, man. So I'm like I said, this is just another hog molly we get to throw in the trenches, man. Another one of them guys can be able to block Mahomes for years to come. I'm pretty hype about him. I get his pick A. I get his pick another B+. B+. All right, man, and here we go. With the 4th round, we finally get into the defensive backfield, man, with L'Jarius Sneed. Now, a lot of people don't know this about the Chiefs, and I don't know why. Now, everybody was looking at the positions that were vacated, things of the nature, but the Chiefs were actually, that was their strength, you know what I'm saying? The defensive backfield in the passing defense was probably top 10, especially once you hit about week 10 on. They were dominating guys. They were doing a lot. But obviously we had a lot of guys that were potentially leaving. We lost my guy to the Redskins, Fuller. We thought we were gonna lose Breland. He ended up coming back signing a 1-year deal. But so it's more of a depth issue rather than like starters. I think Javarius Ward is about to take off, man. This kid right here, man, watch out for Javarius Ward, man. I think he's turned himself to a nice outside cornerback. But yeah, we just needed depth, man. So with this guy, L'Jarius Sneed, I think he gives us just that. Now, another one of those guys, man, that I don't think is going to take off right away. You know what I'm saying? But he's another one of those guys, kind of like Willie Gay, man, has all the athleticism, has all the intangibles, and is a football guy. You know what I'm saying? He ended up another one of them guys. You see the folks in this year's draft, it looked like it was speed, getting faster all around the board. And he's one of the guys that did pretty good in combine too. I think he ran a 4.3, a 4.37 or something like that at the combine. A guy that played safety and corner. It's obviously in here they said they won't, at least in the call they said we think we're gonna put you to corner, but you can never have too much versatility. You know what I mean? As we saw, Fuller was able to do that in the Super Bowl. When my guy Thornhill went down, they tried to do Sorensen a little bit, put him back there. But I mean, I love Sorensen to death, man, but he's just not a coverage safety, man. He's a box safety. That's just what he is. Put him in a box, he's a box safety. He's not going to give you much coverage. So they ended up moving Fuller to the safety position. And as you saw in the Super Bowl, man, he ended up catching the pick. And he allowed the Chiefs to be a lot more versatile, about more time for him to be able to do that. So I see him doing a similar role, be able to play a lot of nickel. Like I said, I see him playing a lot of nickel with the potential to move to safety. For a DB, man, any of you young DBs that's out there too, man, learn every position in that defensive backfield, man. It's not going to do nothing but help you out. The more versatility you can have, man, the more value you can be to anybody. You're just going to set yourself apart, man. That's what we're going to, man. We're going to it's almost getting to a point where it's a positionless, you know what I'm saying, group. You know what I mean? The defensive backfield, you got to kind of know all the positions. Linebackers, you got to kind of know all the positions. And even linemen. You start to see linemen. Guys like Aaron Donald, the best 3 tech in the league, they move him to the DN. Chris Jones, another one of the best 3 techs in the league, or those, or whatever you want to call them. They move them all across the line. So whatever position you're in, man, if you're a young guy, man, make sure you're trying to learn every position, you know what I'm saying, in that section, dude, because that's just going to help you out more and more. And I think that definitely was a benefit for L'Jarius Sneed, man, running 4'3". He's got good size, very physical at the point of attack, which you definitely want in a defensive back. And like I said, he can play any position in the defensive backfield. So I'm definitely excited to see what this guy does, man. I think he's going to start off, obviously, as a special teams guy, probably a little bit of nickel. I don't know if he's going to be able to beat out Rashad Fenton right off the bat. I really love Rashad Fenton. I love his physicality. I love his intensity. If you ain't noticed the kind of thing, I like guys that love football. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's going to be able to beat him, but I definitely see him in special teams and then certain packages. I can see them sprinkling him in and out. All right, here we go. The last couple picks, man. Mr. Mike Donner, another looks like a really good depth guy that transferred from Central Michigan to University of Michigan. Guy that was a walk-on and did his job, man. He did his job, did what he had to do. He was determined to make it on the University of Michigan's team, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a highly recruited guy out of high school, but you can't deny a guy, man, and you can't do nothing but respect a guy that has the passion, that has the determination and the belief in himself to say, you know what, this is my dream. I don't care if nobody's gonna give me a scholarship. I'm gonna make it happen, and that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Physical guy, another guy that I think is gonna be pretty versatile. We lost Emmanuel Ogg, but I was really looking forward to him coming back this year. Obviously, he's gone, shipped off. I think he go to Miami. So we need a little bit more depth. Can't never have too much depth with the defensive line rotation, especially in the Spags defense. So we're gonna see what this guy's able to do on the Chiefs. And then last pick of our draft is Mr. Vicarious Keys, or is it Bo Diddley? It's something crazy like that. Bo Diddley or something like that, man. His nickname alone, man, it kind of had me hyped up because I kept saying like Bo Diddley. I'm like, who the heck is this? But I'm seeing some Vicarious. Who is Bo Diddley? But it's the same guy. Anyway, another defensive back, man. The guy's super athletic, super rangy, good size. Just played with lower competition, you know what I'm saying? He played at Tulane, man, so, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It's unfortunate that a lot of these leagues, you know what I'm saying, you automatically get knocked down, but that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But another depth guy in the defensive backfield, I think he's going to do all right. Going to be a good special teams contributor. Hopefully, he can last, make it on the team. I can see them holding maybe 9 DBs or something like that. So we're gonna see if he's able to make the team. But again, another guy that I think the athleticism, another point we were talking about earlier, a guy that's physical, wants to come up and tackle, that can never hurt you as a defensive back. So we're gonna see if he make the squad, man. We're gonna see. But I think all in all, it was a pretty decent draft for the Chiefs. All right, man, and there you have it, man. That is my recap of our draft this year, the Chiefs 2020 NFL draft picks. Let me know down in the comment section, man, what you think about it, man. If you're a Chiefs fan, let me know if you're happy with it, what grade you give it. And if you're not a Chiefs fan, let me know if you're worried about what we got, man. The defending Super Bowl champs, do you think we got better? Do you think we kind of stayed the same, or you think we kind of hurt ourselves? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. All right, man, and I think overall I'm going to give this draft a B+. I'm going to give it a B+. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be a monster. I think he's going to do a lot more than what people expect. Everybody's kind of like starting to turn on it anyway, but I think he's going to be able to do a ton in this offense with Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, the Legion of Zoom on the outside, Travis Kelce killing the seams. It's no way you can load the box on this guy. And this guy can catch the ball out the backfield. You know what I'm saying? They were saying, my man Reed was talking about that he's better than Brian Westbrook. Like I said, to me, he reminded me of Maurice Jones-Drew and a little bit of Darren Sproles. You throw anybody close to that into this Chiefs offense, it's going to be crazy. And real quick, too, man, this is not a knock on Damian Williams, man. I thought Damian Williams balled out. And I think he's still going to be a huge attribute to this team. I hope he's not feeling some type of way about this, you know what I'm saying? Because he definitely is a baller. But it's one of the things, man, like I said, you just need, at that position, you need depth. And I don't think nobody really stepped out. I don't think we had a 1,000-yard rusher since Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher, Kareem Hunt. I don't even know if we've gotten close in the past. I don't know how many years, man. So it is what it is. But I think him along with Damian Williams, and then I think we're gonna do all right. I think we'll do all right in the backfield. But anyway, like I said, I give it a B+. I'm excited to see what these guys do. All right, man. You know what I always say, man. Without further ado, it's your boy Mr. Unfold. Wow. Get y'all next one, baby.